Yodeling. We're in Bellazona, Switzerland, and we're on our way to Freiburg, Germany, to find out how much you can do on 100 euros a day. I have to say, it's not a huge room. It's in a decent area. I actually like the fact that it's in an industrial area because at least it's going to be quiet tonight. You know, nothing goes on after a certain hour. So, nice little room. Haven't tried out the bed yet. I will try it out. And believe me, after an entire day in the car, I'm trying out this bed.
It's like 3 a.m. and Chris is still trying to sleep up there. I don't know how anyone sleeps around here. It's like they take a tree, sand it a bit, and call it a bed.
Good morning. We're here in beautiful Freiburg. This is a sea park, which means a lake park. It was a rough night, I'll tell you. That hotel bed was really not good. But we're going to explore today and check out what we can do on a budget in Freiburg. In the middle of everything, you can find this wonderful sea park, which we really find important because it gets people out of the tourist areas and more into experiencing what it's really like to live in one of these places. This park is beautiful and huge, and a great place for a picnic while exploring the surroundings around the park.
We are up the tower. You can see down here.
What's down there?
Down here, there's like a cage. They can actually get in. If you're skinny enough, you can go through the bars. I am skinny enough. I can demonstrate it. And no.
Before we get to the city center, we happen to find this beautiful Japanese garden directly here next to the sea park in Freiburg. We are going to check it out.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We were really surprised to find this Japanese garden, which is directly located beside the sea park. It's a very peaceful place, and while we were there, we noticed a couple of workers taking care of every little detail of this garden. Cities can come with lots of stress, and this garden is a great place to tune out, sit back, and just rest for a while. It is designed to engage your senses, and each path is made differently so that while you're walking, you're concentrating on how and where you step, as well as on the artistically trimmed plants and trees. At the end, you will find a sitting area which is good for meditation or contemplation. All in all, a very nice place here, and admission is also free. We're here in Freiburg, right in the middle of town. It's really quite beautiful, and as you can see, we have some nice trees and plants. We've got some palms. It's a really, really, really beautiful Stadt. It's a nice city.
Yeah.
And Adrian's digging in my purse behind me. Get out of my purse. The center of Freiburg is the oldest part of town, and it's nicely laid out, and on the way to the cathedral, there's lots to see. There are many local shops, a daily market, and many cafes and restaurants. The town itself was well thought out, there's plenty of parking, and the prices overall in Freiburg are fair. Interesting to note would be the canal system that runs through town, where you can normally soak your feet on a hot day, and kids can sail those little wooden boats that are available on every corner. Yeah, it's quite beautiful here. I wouldn't mind living here. Very beautiful. The Markthalle has a variety of dishes from around the world and is a good place to stop for a quick meal on the road. Also here, they have very decent prices. Okay, so IBIS Budget Hotel. There it is. Freiburg. Very, very inexpensive hotel. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, it's somewhere in between, 6 and a 7. It's probably a high 6. It's very small room, okay, very, very small room. Your toilet is like this big. It's a little tiny room all by itself, and then your shower is directly next to the bed with the sink.
And the sink?
Yeah, the sink is also pretty much next to the bed. So if you're moving around in the middle of the night like I do, you'll wake everybody up except for those who sleep through everything. He slept through it, but I woke Lebo up. So Lebo did not get back to sleep. The bed itself, mine was terrible. Okay, I could barely get up this morning when I finally did get up. I was sort of like this, sleeping from 2 until 5.
Oh,
and
I had no problem sleeping.
He had no problem sleeping at all. There's something in this room. Okay, the room is clean. I have to say the room is clean. However, we tried to use the ventilation system in there because I needed some fresh air last night.
Yeah, and that was actually the biggest problem ever, because the ventilation system was like an earthquake. It made like these really weird sounds, and
yeah, we had to turn it off because it was so loud. It was like being in, I don't know, being in a wind machine or something.
Yeah, I couldn't even sleep through that.
Yeah, so it was pretty bad. So we turned it off. And then I had a bad experience with my nose being plugged, totally. So there's a lot of dust trapped in this ventilation system somewhere. Other than that, okay, other than the room being really small and the toilet just being in this little cabin, breakfast was fantastic. I have to say it. German bread.
The moon!
What you see here is northwest of Freiburg, and if you discover the area by car, you will see many interesting and beautiful landscapes all around. I think it's very important when traveling to get off the touristic beaten path because otherwise you have absolutely no idea what the real people and culture is like. Never be afraid to stop and talk to people, as the majority of locals in any town are very friendly and helpful. Whenever we stop somewhere, we usually find at least one local person to talk to, and they share lots of valuable information about their hometown, most of which you don't even find in any tour guide. All in one, Freiburg turned out to be a great place to visit, and we plan on going back here to discover even more hidden treasures.